Hello and welcome to the Media Center at Vidalia High School, home of the Indians. Whether you need help with that research paper in your English class, the cultural highlights of Mexico for your Spanish project, or are just looking for a good book to read in your spare time, you're bound to find it in the Media Center. Okay, let's take a closer look at what the VHS Media Center has to offer. What is the most abundant resource in the Media Center? Yep, you guessed it, books. Our books are divided into 6 different sections: fiction, story collection, nonfiction, biographies, reference materials, and periodicals. Let's start with the fiction section. The fiction section is one of the most popular areas of the Media Center because it is made almost entirely of novels. The fiction section is used mainly for entertainment or for those dreaded book reports. It is arranged in alphabetical order by the author's last name. So let's say you were looking for a book by my favorite author, Anne Rice. You would need to look in the R section because the author's last name starts with the letter R. Here we can see the call number is FRIC because the book is in the fiction section and it is written by Anne Rice. The call number helps us locate our book. It is also used to put books back on the shelves to make sure it is in the correct place for the next person to be able to find it. Our next section is the story collection. It is an extension of the fiction section. The story collection consists of books that contain 2 or more stories by a single author. This is also where you will find books of poems by the same author. Let's continue on our tour by taking a look at the nonfiction section. Nonfiction books are true and are used to gather information on a particular subject. Unlike the other categories that we have looked at, nonfiction books are shelved in numerical order by subject or topic. The Dewey Decimal System is used to categorize and organize books in this section by grouping them in sets of 10. To help us easily locate nonfiction books, shelf markers are used to direct our search. Don't worry about knowing what each group in the nonfiction section represents. A Dewey Decimal System PowerPoint is on the desktop of every computer in the Media Center. Also, don't forget to use the shelf markers. They are a great hint to help you get pointed in the right direction. Now it is time to visit the biography section. A biography is a true story of someone's life written by someone else. In this section we will find stories about presidents and inventors, actors and athletes, and lots more people you've probably heard of. Biographies are housed at the end of the nonfiction section with their own special call number that starts with the letter B for biography and the first 3 letters of the author's last name. Wrapped around the walls of the Media Center behind the tables is our reference section. Here you will find encyclopedias, dictionaries, and atlases and globes. These materials are very special and have to be used inside the Media Center. They are not allowed to be checked out but are for everyone to share. Let's examine what each of these reference materials have to offer. Encyclopedias are books that span many volumes and tell us true facts and information on various subjects. The call number on an encyclopedia, like any book within the reference section, is an R or the letters REF. Also, you will see that encyclopedias are numbered and lettered. This information is used not only to keep the books in order, but also to help you find information that is of interest to you. For example, if you are looking for information on geometry, you would look for the volume that has the letter G printed on the spine. Next in our reference collection we come across our dictionaries. Dictionaries come in all shapes and sizes. There are student dictionaries, pocket dictionaries, and subject-specific dictionaries. No matter which type you pick up, they all have a few things in common. First, words are arranged in alphabetical order. Also, the word you are looking up will usually be printed in bold with the definition to follow. In some dictionaries, pronunciation guides are used to help you figure out how to correctly say the word. We have several types of dictionaries in our Media Center, with the largest one being the one that you see the student using by the door. Atlases and globes are also available within our Media Center. These are useful in looking at different places around the world. An atlas contains a group of maps, often showing different angles or views of an area. A globe is a map that is round and spins. Spin the globe, place your finger on an area to stop the spinning, and see where you've landed. Now imagine you are taking a trip there. What do you see? You can learn a lot about another state or country simply by knowing where it is located. The last section of books in the Media Center is our periodical section. Before the rise of the Internet, this section was widely used by students to find articles to be their basis for research papers and essays. The periodical section is also where you can find the latest issues of many magazines and several newspapers, which are used for educational and entertainment purposes. That completes our tour of the book sections. We have looked at fiction books, the story collection, nonfiction books, and biographies, all of which are available for checkout. Then we looked at all the various reference materials and periodicals section, which are not allowed to be checked out but are to be used within the Media Center. Aside from the numerous book resources, there are also 13 computer workstations in the Media Center available for student use. Whether you're using a search engine like Google or an online library like Galileo, the Internet has made finding resources more convenient than ever. Also, every computer in the school has a drive for students where they can save and store their work and assignments. This allows teachers and other students to view your work without having to print it. Each computer is also equipped with the card catalog using the Follett lookup system that lets you find the books you want to check out. And as you can see on the screen, our Anne Rice book that we looked at earlier is marked in and waiting to be checked out. Speaking of checking things out, we don't want to forget to visit the circulation desk to check out our book. To do this, you'll need to scan your ID card, scan your book, then scan the barcode on the desk. Don't worry if you don't remember this order the first few times. There are directions listed on the desk, and the library media specialist or media clerk are always available to help you in any of these areas. Once you have finished reading your book, you will need to return it to the Media Center for it to be checked back in and placed back on our shelves for other students to find. To do this, you simply place your book in the book drop. And this completes our tour of the Vidalia High School Media Center. We hope that you've learned a lot, and we plan on seeing you in the library real soon.